your eyes peeled. All right, where is he? Where is he?
Where is he?
Use
the compass. Use the compass.
I saw him for a second.
Compass. He's down. Like, below.
He's below us.
Epic. I think that this one is going to be a little bit higher just because of the fact that there was a lot of thought that went into it. Obviously I had to make the ant frost skin on top of my skin as a layer and that they wouldn't see. That way I could just throw it on and you know, trick them. The timing was great. I think it was very well executed. Oops, I didn't mean to play that. I think it's an A tier play. I think it's just below the invis play. I think it's mid A. I think that if it wasn't as planned, I guess, in terms of like me creating the skin and everything, it'd probably be a high B tier play up here. But I think it's on level with these. I think that if you compare it to these, where, you know, with them, most of them being not as good and not as tricky as and clever as this one, then this one's on this ranking. All right, and then we have the last. This is a hunter play, and 35.
I got it! I'm doing it! Hurry! Oh! Go on!
What's happening?
What?
Yes, he did!
Wait, what?
What? What?
Yes.
What is this? What?
What's happening?
Wait, what? The dragon wasn't. Wait, I killed the dragon? No, the dragon wasn't dead.
No, it didn't die. You didn't get the achievement.
It doesn't. That's not how that works.
What?
It's the.
What?
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 Let's go!
Again, green man!
Yeah!
What?
Yeah!
There we go. So that was, they revived the dragon. Esther music, obviously. It's obviously, this is a glitch. This isn't something that should have. This isn't something that should have happened. But they revived the dragon. It was like so close to dead. They revived it, and because of that, they won. I think. It's definitely an S or an A. It's definitely an S or an A. I think the only reason that maybe I'd consider putting it the top of A, I think I'm going to put it at the top of A. And the only reason I'm going to put it at the top of A is because it was a glitch. I think that if it was completely intentional and it wasn't a glitch, it'd be low S. But I think because of the fact that it's a glitch, I think it's got to be top of A. Top of A. Instead, and I think it's in between here and here. But I think top of A is where I would put it. All right. Now we move on to the 5 Hunters rematch. Spoilers. There will be spoilers. If you have not seen the most recent Manhunt, click off now. Do not watch this. Go watch the Manhunt. There will be spoilers for that Manhunt. So, yeah, I didn't show it, guys, but I put it top of A. So yeah, so there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the newest Manhunt, click off. All right, click off. All right. We will do the first one, which is right off the spawn. We'll talk about. I think we might as well talk about it as well. We haven't done an analysis on this. So. All right.
Oh, watch out! Come on! Go! Oh! He's dead. No way.
This is the water drop off of spawn, which obviously there's been criticism of it. So I guess we'll talk about it. So first of all, in terms of like skill, I think that this is very high skilled, but I also do recognize that it's off the beginning, which is something I said about the ladder clutch, and things like this off the beginning will happen. They will happen much more often than later on, because of the fact that, again, let's say I had died there, I'm not going to upload a 1-minute video where I have literally nothing and I get punched off a cliff and die. So you're not going to see the one where I would have died in that situation, right? So if on that same seed, if I had just died there, then you wouldn't see that. And again, what I've said before with it is that the hunters get paid. That way they're encouraged to try and kill me off the beginning. They get every time they kill me off the beginning, like in the first couple minutes, or when I have nothing or like not basically nothing, then they get money. That way they're encouraged to not try, because if they don't try, it's boring and it's not fun for me and it's not fun for you guys and everything. So for people, thinking that's suspicious off the beginning, stuff like that's going to happen way more often. And seeds are scouted. So Callahan, who, helps with Manhunt in terms of, scouting seeds, scouts a bunch of seeds, and then we play them. And this was a seed he scouted. He put us at the top of the mountain. And again, I think I said it in the extra scenes, but that was something Tommy suggested, was putting us at the top of the mountain. So that's the situation that, only happened because at the beginning of the video. Now, in terms of like the actual like water drop, obviously there's a lot of luck involved in that I got boosted. Otherwise I wouldn't have made it, but I could go and do this probably like not on this particular like situation, like seed or whatever, but jumping into one, I think I've done it on stream before. I feel like I am probably one of the best players in Minecraft at like water drop, like in jumping into like water drops. I used to play water drop all the time back in like 2014, 2015, like as a game mode where I literally would just jump into 1x1 holes. And I could go right now, put 15 holes, teleport myself randomly in the air, and fall into 1x1 holes over and 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 over again. Yeah, maybe I'd miss every once in a while, but I feel like I'm very, very good at that. So that's something I will be confident about. So that's not something that a lot of people would go and try and be like, oh, it's so ridiculous, I'm falling into a 1x1 hole. It's like, well, I mean, it's not that hard if you've done it a billion times since you started playing Minecraft. But yeah, I think that this play, switch over to the tier list. I think again, because it's off the beginning, I think it gets lower tier. I'm gonna put it the same with the ladder clutch. I'm gonna put it at the low B. And I think again, because I think it's the ladder clutch and it were both off the spawn, and it wouldn't happen if it was later on, most likely, because it involves luck and skill and everything, and there's a lot more pressure later on, and at the beginning there's not much pressure because of the fact that it's right at the beginning of the video. But I put it low B. I put it on I think it's on par with the ladder clutch, and yeah, so low B. All right, now we have 1726. Let's see.
Tower up? Yeah, he's up here,
He's over here.
Careful.
He
No!
just-
No! I said careful. What do you mean?
Hay bale clutch. I think we'll compare it to the other hay bale clutches that we have on here. Let's go ahead and see. Put it back on here. I think that it's better than this hay bale clutch. So I think I'm gonna put it above this one. So probably just right above it. I think right here. I think it's C tier. I think it's just above this one. I think it's very comparable to it. I think this one's right off the spawn. And this one is later on. And this one's in the nether. It looks cooler. There's lava all around. But honestly, hay bale clutches, they're a lot of them are the same. They're pretty similar. I think this is gonna be just above it. I think that there's a decent separation between here and here, but I think that that's the same between here and here as well. So I think that there's a big gap between these, but I think it's C. I think it's C. I think maybe what I'll do is